fine. And welcome, of course, to the Crypto Hour of Power. Malloy with you, but this is different. Now, normally I'm sitting here looking across, gazing in Brandon's eyes and thinking, geez, he's had a hard night. But no. But tonight, or today rather, more to the point, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're, of course, here for the Crypto Hour of Power. And, mate, you are in a destination far, far away.
Yes, I'm almost on the edge of the planet. That's what it feels like. Anyway, I'm out in Bunbury at the moment.
In Bunbury, okay.
Yes,
fantastic,
in Bunbury,
mate.
The great sunny town of Bunbury.
Well, we get around here at Edge, mate, and now we have a guest on the line as well, which I will ask you to introduce this young fella and where he is as well, if you could.
Well, his name is Bisha. We've been working with him for the last few months. We've put some clients through. He has a platform called Stormrake.
Mm-hmm.
It's just seamless. It's basically you just send an order through via email, deposit the money, they buy it all for you, and put it into your wallet.
Well, it's
the simplest. Even I reckon, honestly, Aaron, even you could do it, brother.
Oh, don't talk it up too much. Right. Come on.
Okay.
It's not completely foolproof. Come on. That's brilliant, mate.
Cool. So, hi, Bisha. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. Appreciate you inviting me on and giving me the platform to have a chat with you fellas.
Oh, yeah, absolute pleasure, mate, because I really, and this is not me shilling because I don't really shill a lot, but your platform is I can't rave enough about it. It does sound like I'm shilling, but it's just genuine. All right, so how we normally start off things, mate, is obviously there was a time in your life that you weren't involved in the crypto. So we'll probably start there. What were you doing pre-crypto, and then we'll go into how you got into crypto.
Awesome question. So I was always crypto adjacent. Prior to being in the industry, I was in Forex and CFD trading. I was an FX and CFD broker in a previous life. So that's what I did from about 2013 to about 2016.
All right. Now, could you convert what you just said into English? That'd be great. Yep, give that a go.
Yeah. So foreign exchange trading and contract for difference trading is mainly what you see, like these MetaTrader 4 platforms and MetaTrader 5 platforms really focus on. We actually, it's kind of like Aussie dollar, US dollar, Euro, GBP. So what we call in crypto land shitcoins is what the traditional finance space calls fiat currencies. And I was a FX broker in there. So I was helping people get in and out of long and short positions on different currency pairs.
Basically, they're like fortune tellers, Aaron.
Right.
They look at squiggly lines and then they make a bet. All right? And they pretend that they know what they're doing.
I reckon that's probably the most accurate explanation I've ever heard.
But see, they've only got 3 choices. It's either gone sideways, up or down.
Yeah.
So you can more or less just flip a coin.
Well, you're right, 30% of the time. I like that. That's pretty good. I'll take it.
Exactly. All righty. So, you were one of them people, were you? So, how did you get introduced to crypto then? Did someone just sort of rock up, say, have you heard of this Bitcoin thing, or you see YouTube, or how did it work out for you, Bisha?
So one of my biggest clients back in the FX days asked me if we could offer some Bitcoin support. This was going back to 2016, and it was like a few $100 a coin at that time. And I had no idea what this thing was. So I was like, look, I don't know whether we can support it, but I'll look into it. And I went down a massive rabbit hole, and then I ended up calling the client like on a Saturday at 2 p.m. and saying, can we catch up for a cup of coffee? How did you come across this? And essentially just by a happenstance phone call, I got introduced to the space and really fell in love with it. So I started personally investing in 2016. And then in 2020, I made the leap into working in the industry as a crypto broker and haven't looked back since. So it's been 3 years in the industry, but 2016 to 2020 as a private and personal investor. And I did do some crypto CFDs or like essentially crypto derivatives back in the day, but being in spot crypto is where my real passion is. So I can help people get in and out of the real deal rather than all of this paper derivative garbage, which is honestly not equivalent to actually getting a hold of the real Bitcoin.
Okay. Yeah, very, very correct. So you've gone through a bit of pain. You're starting off in 16, you would have ridden it all the way up and then all the way down. So
It makes champions out of all of us, and I've even seen the class of 2021 and 2022 who got really savaged in last year's bear market, really starting to understand the market now, as some people are coming to be up on some of their positions now. which is great to see.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like everyone's a genius in a bull market, isn't it? You know,
That's right.
you know, you could just throw a dart and just hit anything in the top 100 and it's going up. You know, but the important thing is knowing the cycles and when to sell and when to dollar cost average in and that type of thing, you know, which just comes through, I think, experience through pain.
Yeah.
You know, there's some saying, I think I've read it on, I don't know, some coffee shop wall or something like that. Calm seas don't make good sailors.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to have to use that in my next phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, look, use it in about 5 minutes. Brandon would have forgotten about it, though, so it's all right.
Right, comments from the peanut gallery.
Oh, look, can you tell I miss him? Oh.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Has been, mate. Far too long.
Yeah, it's been good. All right, so anyways, right, back to what we were talking about. Right, so when you're saying that, like, how did you get involved with Stormrake? Was that a project of your own, or were you headhunted, or?
Yeah, it was a great question. Doug and Michael, who are the co-founders of Stormrake, started the brokerage arm of the business in 2019. I was previously at another crypto brokerage for a number of years, and they really wanted to grow the sales and trading operations of the business. And they did give me a little tap on the shoulder saying, hey, can we have a little catch-up spot of coffee and see if we can work together? I saw what they were building, and they were building some really awesome stuff in the back ends to make clients' lives easier. I know you mentioned at the start of our chat that people send an email and their job is done, but that's because we're plugged into about 35 different exchanges, 5 decentralized exchange pools at any one time to be able to route the client's order in a seamless way and secure for them their position. But they don't need to worry about any of that technical mumbo jumbo. They just tell us what they want and we get the job done. But I loved the tech stack that they were building and the trading engine that they had put together. And I felt like with my experience in markets and sales and trading, I could definitely push this product on a lot of people and have it in their hands, because it's such a high integrity product in the sense that people are going to come in and get what they want at the best possible market price with no spreads, no slippage, and get their orders fulfilled.
Yeah, see, that's the key. That's the key. You know, not getting the slippage, getting the best price, and getting executed seamlessly with all that mumbo jumbo in the background. Was that your phone, was it? Or was that you just moaning?
Just quietly moaning in the background. No.
that good of a product.
I'm going to tell you the truth, actually. I think it's my smartwatch. It's just talked to the phone. Look, before when Brandon was explaining my level of understanding of tech, I think he just got a demonstration. I'm just going to say that. Yeah, they're talking to each other without my knowledge. Anyway.
That's it. Yeah, lucky you can run a radio station, mate. Just stick to that.
I will.
You know?
I will.
Yeah. Right. So when you're saying, I wanted to not get in the weeds too much, but just sort of give us an overview of, I suppose, the law on how you've got this ability for someone not to have to upload all of their licensed passports, their DNA samples, the whole 9 yards that's required from a centralised exchange nowadays, which is really, really hard, and it stops people. It really is a barrier to entry. People are just like, I don't want to supply all this information, or people are even getting knocked back on centralised exchanges now, So, you mentioned that you're a broker.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that fall into the legalities, and what did you have to do to sort of bypass that whole thing? Because all centralised exchanges now are fully cracking down, and it's getting very hard for, especially people that don't have a lot of knowledge in the crypto, to be signing up. So, just go through that sort of legal, not too much, obviously, and don't disclose anything that you don't need to. But how do you get around that?
Yeah, really simple. I mean, we do have a basic level of KYC, which is known as Know Your Client. We just need a driver license and utility bill to open an account with us. But the reason why we don't ask for their blood type, a sample of their hair, and what their favorite color is, and all this kind of stuff, and makes the whole process really uncomfortable, is that we do have a personalized service, right? A lot of these exchanges are purely online. They don't have a team in which you can contact and call and speak to on a readily available basis. Some of them may have like a live chat bot that you can interact with, but because of the way these exchanges have decided to run their business, which I'm not here to disparage, right? But they're all online, so they don't have an understanding of who they're dealing with. But I know all of my clients on a first name basis. All of their everybody that signs up gets saved into my contact book, and I'm always speaking with our people on a regular basis. And all of the brokers here approach their clients with the same sort of care and attention. So the reason why we don't have to go through all of that garbage of making people feel like they're getting the Grand Inquisition is just that we have a one-on-one personal relationship and we know who we're dealing with. And it also, from a attention to detail and security perspective, means that people can transact freely, send us emails with their order requests. But then if I get an email request from someone's email that's not what is their registered one, I'll just pick up the phone and be like, hey, mate, you requested a withdrawal. Is this even you? And they're like, oh, no, that wasn't myself. I think my emails have been compromised. And that's probably happened half a dozen times now, and I've saved people's funds that way. So we know each other and we know our people really well. So when you have a broker relationship, you're working with somebody who, for lack of a better term, gives a shit and wants to help you succeed in the markets. And so we got that one-on-one relationship.
Yeah, that's the awesome thing, is I can get you on the phone anytime I want, you know, which is just an absolute bonus. But as an example of where centralised exchange, I know they're kind of front-running the legalities that are coming in, you know, but I won't mention who they are, but two of our clients, they're sort of, you know, boomers, you know, not overly tech savvy. But our job at Orange Brick Road is to onboard people that have no idea about crypto, and we walk them through the process. So there was these two people, separate, that got knocked back from exchanges, right? And they weren't allowed to sign up because the exchanges now are, obviously you've got to upload just about everything, but they also are ringing them on the phone and asking them a bunch of questions about crypto. Now, if they don't have the correct answers, they can't open up an account, right? Yeah. So I've rung the CEO of the certain exchange because we have a relationship with him. I said, what's going on, mate? And he said, well, if they've got to have a basic understanding of crypto. And I'm like, well, that's my job. They're my clients. You know, like you can't expect someone to jump into crypto and know everything about it and answer certain questions. You know, that's just not right. So anyways, we got them two clients that were knocked back on centralised exchange and put them in the Stormrake, and better being seamless. They're off and running, you know. And that's the difference, I think. And like, once again, it's not me shilling. It's just this is solving a problem within the market, and it's a problem that I'm having with clients. You know, like it's just they're just making it so bloody difficult.
And I think what also, and just to kind of add on to that, you're bang on there, Brandon. And the problem is that exchanges think that they are better suited to make decisions for their clients than the clients themselves. And I have a really simple process and approach when I deal with somebody. And when they say, I'd like to do this, I say, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, right? Yep. That's my approach. I'm not here to question my clients. And it's really unfortunate that the people that bear the brunt of it are the baby boomers and Gen X population, because they're like, oh, you don't get crypto, or you don't know it well enough to be in it. I'm not going to gatekeep this industry or this space. It's for anyone and everyone. That's the main thing. And at the end of the day, if somebody's worked hard their entire life to earn their income, I'm definitely not going to be the person to tell them what they can and can't do with it. I'll just say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, and we move on.
Well, it's a section of free speech. You know, free speech is like also encompasses what I spend my money on.
Correct.
You know, and not having a barrier put into place on, okay, I don't think that you should spend money on that. What are you talking about? It's my money. I've earned it. Now, you've got very intelligent people, you know, Gen X and Gen Y, and boomers and stuff like that. And they might be, like, for example, some of my clients, you know, they work out on the mine sites. They might run oil rigs, you know, or they're engineers, you know, like they're very, very competent people. And for an exchange to then turn around and say, no, you know, you can't do this, it's just an invasion of privacy.
Correct.
You know, Yeah,
100%.
It's anti-crypto. Crypto's supposed to be for everyone. It's not supposed to be gate-kept,
Absolutely right, mate. I'm the last person that's going to do that. So, and I know that when people come to us and they're coming from like Orange Brick Road, is that they're learning, right? And you guys are playing such an important role in that learning journey. And I just want to be able to help provide a reliable on and off ramp for people.
Yeah, 100%, because that's what it's all about. In order for this technology to be embraced and to go mainstream, it all boils down to adoption.
Right.
So people get used to the technology and understanding it, and that's through education.
I couldn't agree more, but I'm going to educate you guys with a little bit of music here. Okay, now Brandon's not here. Because you're not here, mate, I've decided for the entire show we're going to play nothing but Taylor Swift. Okay, just for you, mate. Like hell. It's Edge Radio Australia. Crypto Hour.
Curious about cryptocurrency and want to learn more? Orange Brick Road offers expert crypto consulting and online courses to help you understand the exciting world of crypto. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced crypto user, Orange Brick Road can help you gain the knowledge and confidence you need to succeed. Take the first step towards mastering crypto with Orange Brick Road at orangebrickroad.com.au. Yesterday was the best day to learn crypto. Today is the second.
If they ain't bacon and eggs ready to go, then quite frankly, I could just sleep forever. But never mind. All right, let's jump back into a bit of crypto. Have you guys enjoyed the tunes? Did you get there to kick back? You enjoyed?
No, I didn't really hear them, mate.
Oh,
we were chatting away.
Oh, look, but mate, look, I had so many good songs. I had Taylor Swift for you. I had some Kylie Minogue. I mean, it was great.
Yes.
Yeah,
excellent, mate. Once again, displays your taste in music.
Go on,
right.
Let's get into the crypto, boys.
Go. Oh, well, we're just chatting off air just then. But we should record it because we cover all these different topics. But yeah, flinging back is okay. You were mentioning. Okay, we'll go into a bit more of the platform itself, and then we'll sort of segue into wherever that leads. During the songs, you're talking about how you can also sell and swap on the platform. Yeah.
That's right. So a lot of the times people come to us and want to use us as an on-ramp, which is perfectly fine. They want to come in, send us their Aussie dollars through a simple bank transfer. We're an Australian business with an Australian bank account, which makes life 10 times easier.
Yes, it does. But you also do stable coins as well.
Correct. Exactly. So what can happen is that people can come in and choose to off-ramp their cryptocurrency of choice. Could be Bitcoin, ETH, stables, even some obscure altcoins. And they can swap coins as well. So they might have some altcoins from the previous bull run that they, are no longer in love with, but they want to get into some new sexy coins. They send us their old coins and say, please send it into the Arbitrum, Ethereum, and Optimism, for example, if that's what they really want to get into. And we just make the magic happen on our end. And all they have to do is make one crypto transfer and send an email. So the whole point is, regardless of whether they're on-ramping, off-ramping, or swapping, it's just a transfer and an email from the client, and we do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, that's just awesome. So they can just literally just be on their phone, send an email, hey, can you change this into that? Or, hey, I want to sell a portion or I want to sell all of it. You can do it on their behalf, and the money just goes straight into their account, right?
100%. I even want to give you an email from a client that I got, obviously redacted their name. But it was really funny because obviously we're heading into the Christmas period now, and a lot of people are obviously very excited about the market and wanting to look after their people. So somebody came to me recently and said, my son's actually been really well behaved this calendar year. I'm selling some USDC and buying him a PlayStation 5. Can you get this done for me? And I said, no problems. And we got the trade done in 20 minutes, and his son is going to have a PS5 under the Christmas tree.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's the power of crypto, isn't it? It's 100%. You basically can buy things for free.
Yeah, that's right.
Put $1,000 into something, it turns into $2,500. You're like, okay, well, I can buy a $1,500 TV now, and it didn't cost me anything.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, well, that's sort of going into the reasons that we're in crypto. I mean, you can get them guys that are all, I'm in it for the tech, I'm in it for the expansion. 99% of people are in it for the money, what I mean? Yeah. And you make life-changing money with it. Well, it definitely has for me and my clients. But that's
I haven't had even one bloke make wife changing money with one of his trades. So yes,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. It does. It changes everything.
Oh, trust me, I heard that. I understood that line. Trust me.
But yeah, like for example, like we're about to run into a massive bull market now. For people out the newbies out there or whatever, the bull market just basically means prices are going to go up, and they're going to go up in a hurry, right? Now we've got market cycles. I think the next 12, 18 months is just going to be a massive run up. We were talking during the break about being market ready for the bull market. Go into that a bit, Bish.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a business here at Stormrake, we had a massive strategy session just last Saturday. So the timing of this call is pretty much on point about what we need to do as a business to be bull market ready. And we spent about 4 hours of our own personal time away from family to make sure that when everything comes in and it's, trades are flying in thick and fast, that we can serve our customers without any interruptions and delay. So that's what we did. But what I have advised all of our prospects and all of our clients to do is just sign up to have an account, because it's free to do so and it takes 5 minutes. And the good thing about that is it essentially makes you bull market ready, so that when things are really frantic and you need a source of liquidity to get into the market, or you want to quickly cash out some positions, you're not having to try to find the exchange which is supporting the token, or, when KYCs or getting an account at an exchange is almost like finding like a needle in a haystack. It's really difficult. Whereas if you've got your account with us, you've already got a customer ID, you're ready to rock and roll. It's free. There's no account fees or anything like that if it's inactive. And then when the time comes to place a trade, you just hit up your broker or send us an email and say, look, I'm ready to buy or sell. Can you help me out? And we'll just direct you down the right channels, depending on whether you're looking to get in or out. And the job's done in less than half an hour. So you're not having to figure it out at the time, and it takes a lot of the stress out of being bull market ready. Just have your Stormrake brokerage account ready to rock and roll, and we'll serve you guys to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, and that's the key too. Like if you're chasing obscure coins, or you want to get in heavy on certain projects or whatever, instead of looking at on the different dexes or signing up to because I couldn't even tell you. I'd say I'd be on 10, maybe 12 different exchanges for different reasons. Binance, CoinSpot, SwiftX, Coinbase, OKX, Qcoin, is that you effectively are having your client that already is on all them exchanges or has access to their order books. So they don't need to have 10 different exchanges and wait for, because normally with an exchange they'll list a certain coin before other exchanges, and then when other exchanges see that they list it, then they all start listing it. So it's a way of getting into coins before they're listed on major exchanges, because you're doing all the order book.
Yes.
That'd be about right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Another question I did want to ask is, because I encourage all of my clients to dollar cost average, just DCA, right? It's the best way to get a good price on a lot of stuff. Can you set up like a DCA, say someone, I don't know, allocates $100 a week and wants to buy $25 worth of Bitcoin, $25 of Ethereum, $25 of this and that, and just on a weekly basis you do the buying order?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a brokerage, we do and we fully support DCA. We just have a minimum transaction of $2,000 per trade. So if they click off a minimum of 2K, they can go 500, 500, 500, 500 into BTC, XRP, and Litecoin, for example, and we can deploy that as often as they like. What I usually encourage our clients to do as well, if they wish to DCA, is have the full balance of the allocation that they want to have. So let's say they want to put 50K into the market, transfer that over as a bank transfer, and then give us your order instructions, such as what coins you want to buy and at what interval. And then we get the job done until the cash runs out. And then we'll give them, at each time a trade is secured, so let's say they've got a weekly interval of 2K a pop. And then at the end of that, we'll give them a trade confirmation via email, so they can at least see how their DCA strategy is working. And even if they wanted to change it midway through, say we've exhausted 25K of the 50,000 that they've transferred, and they say, look, I think the market is really hot right now, just go at market with the remaining balance, we can certainly do that. So they're not locked into any sort of strategy. They can always change midway if they wish.
Oh, good. Yes, that's kind of flexible. And that's awesome. I think the main thing is as well is, for the love of God, people, don't leave money on centralised exchanges. Don't leave crypto. It's not your keys, not your crypto. Whereas what you're doing is you're effectively buying and sending it straight to their wallet.
Yes, that's right. So we can always, look, they can choose to hold assets with us if they want. We're never going to force people to get their funds out of our solution. We do have a custody solution, which is paid for, but which gives them on-chain wallet addresses, which shows where their holdings are with us. But if they want to withdraw, we fully support that, and we carefully look after that process. So we'll send them a test transaction from our own reserves, say, to figure out if they've received it correctly. Once they confirm via an email or text or phone call that they received the test transfer, then we'll send their full balance.
Yeah, see, that's awesome because people lose a lot of crypto sending to wrong addresses. I always encourage people, always send a little bit, just wait until it gets there, be a bit patient. Okay, see that it's there, okay, send the rest. Check and double check. So you guys basically do that for them. Yeah,
yes.
That's really awesome. That's absolutely awesome. All right.
We look after that whole process. They don't have to figure it out, and we walk them through it because a lot of the times crypto transfers are new to people. So we're happy to take our time and walk them through that whole process so it's seamless as possible.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yeah, because how many people have just been wrecked out of exchanges that just fucking flop, and just become insolvent. People just lose all their crypto, all their money. Life savings have been lost. Self-custody, people. Self-custody. All right. Now, this bull run that's coming up, we're going to touch on that for a bit. A lot happening. The ETF, the SEC, the old BlackRock and all that sort of thing. Now, we're heading up to the halvening. Just for the noobs out there, Bishop, I might leave it to you, actually. Can you explain the halvening to Aaron?
Yeah.
There's your challenge, mate.
Thanks, mate.
In simple terms, the distribution or the amount of Bitcoin that gets released every block, which is about every 10 minutes, reduces. So effectively, there's less Bitcoin out there every 4 years, and it makes the supply a lot more constricted.
And pushes the price up, I would gather, quite dramatically.
Yeah, exactly. And look, even if we say demand remains constant, that the same amount of people are buying and selling Bitcoin as per usual, the restriction of new Bitcoin entering the market should theoretically drive the market price up significantly. So it's always been a catalyst. Like, it's kicked off the 2017 bull market, it kicked off the 2020, 2021 bull market. We'll see it happen again if everything goes to plan in 2024, 2025. So simple terms, buy now, sell later, have a happy life.
Yeah, buy now, sell later, have a happy life. Like it.
That's a good system. I like that very much.
I kind of equate it to, say, the world's population, the production of gold, right? And then all of a sudden, every few years, that supply gets dropped in half, right? But you've still got the same amount of people. Hypothetically, if you had the same amount of people that still want gold, obviously the demand is, twice as much because the supply has been halved. But we've got people that are adopting at huge rates, so it's the demand is not stagnant. It's not going sideways. Right. So there's more demand now than ever. And so I think this next halving is just going to be explosive, That's probably, to me, that's how I work it out in my mind anyway with halving. It's basically the supply is dropped in half. If the demand stays stagnant, which it's not, obviously, because more people are adopting it, it just forces the price to go up.
Yeah, and I mean, even if we look at the low price of each and every single bear market previous to this one, you get to see how Bitcoin's adoption has risen. So last time when in the 2018, 2019 bear market, it got down to about 3.3K BTC is about as where Bitcoin got to in the USD terms.
Yeah.
And then in the most recent bear market, heading in November of 2022, it got to about as low as 15.6, right? So that's where it got to. And it just goes to show you that even when you look at it from low to low, it's already significantly higher. And when the bull market kicked off last time and it ripped through its previous all-time high of 20,000 and it went to 40K very quickly, we're already at like 43 now in terms of current market price without even the halvening having kicked in. So when the halvening kicks in, we're going to be even further than where we are today if everything goes to plan. And then that will be able to put us in a much higher and better position for people to sell, cash out, and liquidate holdings. Because a lot of the times people buy when the market gets super hot, but now is the best time to be getting in, so that way you can cash out of your positions when markets get really heated.
Yeah, 100%. And like we like to say in the biz, to the moon. It's going to the moon. But
Now,
see, that's where, like...
Sorry, we do need to go to a break, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to interrupt you. So I'll tell you right now, we do need to... I know, it's getting awkward, isn't it? All this distance is causing nothing but dramas. Hey, mate, we do need a break. Now, just so you guys can talk amongst yourselves and feel comfortable, all right? Maybe I should give you a bit of an exact time that we're coming back. What do you think about that? How about... Do you want to come back and say, I don't know, 1:46 and 50 seconds? How does that sound for you? Is that accurate enough? Because I'm telling you right now, it won't be that accurate. It's Edge Radio Australia, baby animals. Conversation here because these two boys in the background, they love to talk crypto in the background. So I mean, some would think that probably a radio show is a bit of an inconvenience for your conversation. I understand that, guys, but if you could just join us, we'd really appreciate it.
Cool, bro. Cool.
I'm only teasing, mate. It's really...
Did you, mate?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you do the old fade-in, did you? Did you do the old fade-in with the fader?
I did do the fade-in, absolutely. Because I didn't trust you. I thought, I flicked that button. I don't know what that man's going to say at the other end. So, quite surreal, actually, doing a show with you. I mean, I've worked with many people in many different locations all around the world. We do shows at Edge. We've got American audience and people who come in from, Utah and New York and Carolina, South Carolina, rather, all of that sort of thing, all over the world, mate. But even New Zealand. I mean, they've even got phones over there. But the guy from Bunbury, he's trouble.
That's right. Well, hello to our fellow American listeners. If you're out there and you're bloody socialist dystopia that we're calling America nowadays.
Oh, mate, they're going to escape that next year. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, bring the big orange bad man back. That's all I've got to say.
He sends so many mean tweets, right? Mean tweets. Come on. Oh, jeez.
That's right. All right. Anyway, we'll stop talking shit and we'll start talking about some crypto.
All righty.
All right. So let's pick up on where we left off, which I can't remember where we left off. Bish,
well done.
It's up to you, mate.
Absolutely. We were just kind of wrapped it on being bull market ready and just kind of saying that to most people. They buy when markets are really frothy, really hot, and unfortunately, and then when the market just gets hammered to the downside, they lose faith and then they sell at the absolute worst time. Yeah. So what I really kind of wanted to have on this platform is an opportunity to tell people to do the opposite, buy when markets are getting hot, not when they're at their zenith, and sell when things are getting frothy. So the way I like to say it, if you go into an Uber and then your barber tells you about their crypto holdings and then you go down to the local coffee shop and the barista's telling you about what they're buying, now's probably a good time to sell. But, we're not there yet. It's still a bit frowned upon. People have had a bit of a negative experience, unfortunately, due to the events of last year. So now's like the perfect time where there isn't that like whole doom and gloom crypto bear market. We're at the very start of a bull run at the moment. And now's the great time to get started. And then hopefully within a year to even 18 months, you can be able to sell into what is a very frothy, very liquid, overheated market. And then you can cash out and do it the right way. Don't buy tops and sell bottoms. Do it the other way around.
Thoroughly agree. The thing is, no matter what market is, okay, forgetting about crypto, because a lot of people see crypto as a completely different entity. But let's face it, it suffers, it has the same experiences as other markets, no matter what it is. So the old system of buying low and selling high, just stick with that and you cannot lose.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, man. And like, I think the interest rates going up, the printing of money, There's some crazy statistic that they've printed more money in the last 2.5, 3 years because of the commie cough, than they have in 42 years. So it's hyperinflation. People need somewhere safe to put their money where it's actually going to grow. Because if you've got your money in your bank, what you're actually doing is you're losing money on a daily basis just through inflation, So I think that's why another reason that the crypto is just going to be so. Yes, it's going to be a standard bull run in market cycles. I just think this one's going to be a lot bigger in a sense that, people are looking for safe havens. People are actually active now going, all right, cool, the price of everything's going up.
Exactly.
My job's getting paid the same amount. I need to secure a future. I need my money to start working for me instead of me working for money. Now, I know that's a cliche, but if you're allocating your money and making it work for you, it's like having a second job without having a second job,
Absolutely, and like you said, you've got guys who are working out on the mines, engineers as your clients, and that's a great way to kind of segue into why we kind of have our service as like a really low tech, low touch approach. Is that when things really get going, we don't want people to make getting in and out of crypto difficult. Like, let's just make it easy. Tell me what you want. Let's get it going and let's get these trades happening. So that way you can obviously outwork and out earn what you could do in a basic salary job.
Yeah, exactly. And it's making it seamless, which is, remember when we first started in the crypto business, oh my God, what is a wallet? What is a seed phrase? How do we secure this? Now it's just made a lot easier nowadays to what it used to be.
What I'm saying, from the outside looking in, this is what I'm saying, okay? Like, before, crypto was very much for tech nerds, people who really knew that side of things, who really understood computers, who, didn't actually go outside very often, that kind of thing, right? Okay, those guys.
You needed to live in your mum's basement and have a neck beard.
Pretty much, right? Pretty much. Now, I was literally this morning talking to a friend of mine who is an engineer, that has got your traditional investments, who's moving them out of that traditional world into crypto because they see that, this ridiculous level of regulation, they see all this control, and they're not getting the returns anymore. This is a guy who's this guy literally is obviously highly educated, works in the mines. This is not a guy sitting in mum's basement.
Yeah. I'm still stuck on the point where you've got a friend, but okay.
It's a rental. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, see, this is the point. Is people honestly. I had this conversation with Adam Stokes for about a month ago or something like that. It was like, okay, you've got so many amount of funds that you want to invest. If you can find somewhere else that has a better return than crypto, tell me. I'll be there. I'll give up crypto tomorrow.
Yep.
But there is no such thing. What was it? Like you buy a BHP stock and it goes up 38% in a week. People will just be celebrating. But if it goes down 38% in a week, they'll be throwing themselves out of buildings. In crypto, we just call that Tuesday. It's just a normal day. You know what I mean?
Oh. Well, I'm telling you right now, many years ago, I did have BHP shares, quite a decent chunk of them, right? And I think in all the years that I had them, I think that, I think I got 8%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. I love the fact it was secure, and yes, it was the base of everything, but, really 8%.
Well, honestly, if you're not getting a 12 to say 16% return annually on your investments, you're not even keeping up with inflation. Yeah. So that's where you just got to put your money where it's going to have the most gain.
Yeah.
And with crypto, there's life-changing gains. It actually turns people's lives around. Because they actually have a future and they can see that that there is some light at the end of the tunnel instead of just working from day to day, from week to week. All right, we've only got like a few minutes left, but where do you think, all right, get out your crystal ball, Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you think Bitcoin's going to hit in the next 18 months?
Oh, great question. I've always had this pie in the sky number, and I know it's going to sound absolutely ridiculous, and I'm happy to be lambasted if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm going to be playing this audio clip for the centuries to come.
Yes. And if you're wrong, we'll just delete it.
Yeah, exactly. This never happened.
Never.
This never happened.
No, saw nothing.
So I think that for us, we kind of saw a more tempered bull run last time because of all of the daisy chain of leverage and borrowing we had in the crypto space. So kind of everybody was buying the same Bitcoin over and over again instead of people buying Bitcoin, which actually tempered the price a lot more. So let's say it's 70K was the previous all-time high. I think it was like 69,420, right?
Yep.
I think that it would be easy to be 2.5 times that figure. So the number takes us to 200K BTC. For me, I think that's the number where anywhere between, as we're getting closer to that and slowing down, I'd be happy to sell and, try to realize some profits. But that number has been in my head since I've been in crypto in 2016. And then I thought we were going to at least get to half of that in the last bull run. We only got to 70K instead of 100. But that figure of 200K BTC is really my ultimate price to start really materializing some gains.
Bish, if that does happen, my BSB is 014 and Christmas is coming.
That's right. I'll start a foundation, but actually that does stuff.
Imagine that. Yeah, love it.
Well, the other good thing about the big orange is like Bitcoin stores and then altcoins follow.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you've almost got like a preempting of the market. So, these lower cap coins, when you're talking about like a 3 to 4x with Bitcoin, that these lower caps, you're talking like anywhere between 8 to 15x.
Yes,
with the lower caps. So because that's where it all piles into. Like people take profits out of Bitcoin and then they put them into altcoins and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not just Bitcoin is the leading, and the heaviest. But everything, these smaller caps are going to follow, and there's absolute gems out there at the moment.
All right, absolutely agree with you on that one. Now, gentlemen, where can we find you? You've got about 5 seconds to go.
All right, okay. orangebrickroad.com.au. There is a tab on our website that says broker.
Yep.
And that's where you can find Stormrake. But shill away, Bisha.
Yep. Stormrake.
What we got to do?
Yep, stormrake.com, click on open an account. I'll serve you guys. My number, 0478 675 399. Give me a call anytime. I'm available 7 days a week, 365 a year. If I don't take your call, I'm going to be able to look after you.
Excellent, man.
Love it.
And just big ups.